Now, welcome back to our series video about the oil palm, which I also call the oil money. So, right in the third series of our videos on this oil palm as a profitable crop, we are going to be talking about, or rather, I will be talking about the two most profitable oil palm species to venture into. I'm going to be giving you the two most profitable oil palm species to venture into, although the way our climate is right here in Nigeria and our soil permits us to be able to cultivate one species generally, but I'm going to be talking about the two. And the oil palm has two natural forms, the Dura and the Pisifera. You cannot talk about oil palm without mentioning these two because they are the origin of oil palm before the discovery and introduction of other species. Before the discovery of other oil palm species, oil palm farmers endured a long-waited period of 9 to 10 years before they started reaping from their investment. Another challenge they faced with Dura and Pisifera was the low rate of productivity, coupled with the fact that the fruiting period lasts 9 to 10 years. As the world keeps advancing and the human population keeps increasing, the demand for agricultural produce has become high, and the need to increase productivity arose. Research institutes started conducting several studies leading to the discovery of various productive and time-saving species that enhance profitability in oil palm farming. Among the many species discovered, there are two that are special and the most profitable for you to venture into, which is the Malaysian Supergene and the F1 Hybrid Tenera. The F1 Hybrid Tenera is the species which we are planting at the Palm City at Ishen Shaki, which I've posted right here on my channel a lot of times. So just want to allow you know about that. For some of you who might have watched my video on Palm City and you are watching this, I just have to just chip in this so that I can be able to get me well. So these two special species are the most profitable oil palm species due to their high level of productivity, low maintenance cost, and high level of disease and drought tolerance. That is, they can resist low rainfall. That is just it. Now I'm going to be starting with the Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm. The features of the Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm includes: number one, high fruit production. Malaysian Supergene Oil Palms are known for their prolific fruit-bearing capabilities. On average, an individual Malaysian oil palm tree can produce multiple fruit bunches. Depending on the specific growing conditions, a mature Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm tree can fruit and yield around 20 to 30 fruit bunches per tree, and sometimes up to 35 bunches per tree. The second feature is early fruit production. Malaysian Supergene Oil Palms exhibit relatively early fruiting compared to other oil palm varieties. Typically, they start bearing fruit in 2 and 6 months after planting. This accelerated fruiting period allows for quicker returns on investment and faster establishment of oil palm plantations. Now, the third feature is extended productive lifespan. Malaysian Supergene Oil Palms have a long productive lifespan which ensures sustained fruit production over several decades. On average, a Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm tree can remain productive for 45 to 50 years. That is on an average level. It could be more than this, but 45 to 50 years is what we can be able to just work on and expect. That is just it. And definitely 45 to 50 years is something that you can pass on to your generation. Just imagine if you are 50 years old watching this video, meaning you have a oil palm fruiting till you are 100, meaning it's going to your children and your grandchildren as well. So The fourth feature is increased oil extraction efficiency. The high oil content of Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm fruit bunches, coupled with their abundant production, results in enhanced oil extraction efficiency. The oil to bunch ratio of Malaysian Supergene Oil Palms can range from 45 to 50%, meaning for every kilogram of fresh fruit bunches harvested, approximately 450 to 500 grams of oil can be extracted. They have been successfully bred to maximize oil production, making them a favored choice for commercial oil cultivation. This high oil extraction efficiency contributes to cost effectiveness and improved profitability for oil processing. Number 5 is desirable traits. Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm exhibits a combination of desirable traits inherited from the parent varieties. These traits include thick mesocarp flesh, which translates to high oil content as well as good oil quality. These qualities makes Malaysian Supergene Oil Palm highly sought after in the palm oil industry, as they contribute to improved extraction efficiency and produce oil with desirable characteristics. The sixth features of the Malaysian Supergene is the disease resistance. Malaysian oil palms are hybrid to possess enhanced resistance to diseases that commonly affect oil palm plantations. This resistance can help mitigate the impact of diseases such as Fusarium wilt and basal stem rot, reducing the risk of yield losses and the need for extensive disease control measures. Both Malaysian Supergene and F1 Hybrid Tenera are specifically positioned as reliable and profitable choices for oil palm plantation, providing increased yields and high profit margins for oil palm investors. The only difference between the two species is the number of bunches produced per tree and the oil extraction ratio. In comparison, the Malaysian Supergene oil palm trees produces 20 to 30 oil palm bunches per tree, and we have a higher extraction ratio of about 40 to 50% extraction, while the F1 Hybrid Tenera produces 4 to 10 bunches per tree and has an oil extraction ratio of about 25% to 30% extraction rate. Now, I wanted to let you just have a look at why Malaysia and Indonesia are the highest exporters of oil palm worldwide, and they account for 85% of the oil palm used globally. Imagine right over there, they have an oil extraction ratio of 45% to 50% extraction rate over there. And why we here we're having 25% to 30% extraction rates, we won't be able to meet up with whatever they produce there, because let's just imagine they have like 2 million trees all over the country right there, and we have 2 million trees right here with our F1 Tenera. They will definitely produce more than we. So the kind of species they grow there is another factor to why they are the largest exporter of oil palm, and they produce 85% of the oil palm being used worldwide. I hope you can be able to get that, what I just communicated to you. So, meaning that for the Malaysian Supergene, each kilogram of every fresh fruit bunches harvested is approximately to 450 to 500 grams that can be extracted, while for the Hybrid Tenera, approximately 250 to 300 grams can be extracted for each kilogram of fresh fruit bunches extracted. Both of the oil species are specifically made for commercial purposes. But if you really want to maximize huge profit, then you should go for the Malaysian Supergene variety, as it has the highest oil extraction ratio Now, you can definitely go for the Malaysian Supergene if you've conducted a soil test and you can be able to maintain the Malaysian breed to fruit for you, then you should go for it. But what I can guarantee on our soil here in Nigeria is the F1 Tenera. And that doesn't mean the Malaysian breed cannot grow there. Cropping is something that it can grow everywhere. Let's say, like now, for instance, yam can grow everywhere in Nigeria. But you and I know that yams grow favorably in places like Benue and some states around that place. Just like Benue is called the food basket of Nigeria. Absolutely. So many crops grows well on the Benue soil, Taraba, and even Oyo State. Yeah, definitely. But you know, some crops grow well according to climate and the weather condition. Imagine you planting a cucumber near where there is water flow along the place. You know, the cucumber will not have to suffer for water supply. So that's just how it is. So in fact, in oil extraction ratio, the Malaysian Supergene produces approximately 4 times more than what Tenera could produce at any given point in time. And it is the favorite variety of many successful farmers, and has been used both in Nigeria and Africa at large in generating profit margin in our oil farm endeavor. Although the cost of acquiring the Malaysian Supergene seedlings is relatively higher than that of the F1 Tenera seedlings. That's another fact to put in place. But then if you really want to maximize huge profits, then you should be able to pay the price for premium results. You have to pay the price. You want to get big things, you should pay the price for it. That is how life is. So now the question you should be asking yourself is that do I want to maximize profits, or I'm contented with less? If you can make the sacrifice to definitely get a soil which can suit the Malaysian Supergene, if you are somebody who wants, most especially if you are someone that wants to go into high scale oil palm production, I would just advise that you just make sacrifices to either move to a region where you can grow the Malaysian Supergene. For those who want to, that's for those who want to go, if you want to go on a very, very high scale, like you developing a plantation from like 1,000 acres and above, I'll guarantee you go to somewhere which. But if you are someone who just want to do it on, let's just say like less than 500 acres downwards, you can still go on with the F1 Tenera if you want it somewhere close to wherever you are, and you know the soil is not suitable for the Malaysian Supergene. You can go for the F1 Tenera. I hope I've been able to enlighten you on the 2 most profitable species of oil palm that we have currently, and whichever way and whichever target you have, that should determine the species you pick. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like it, turn on the notification button, share it to friends and families. Let them know about the oil money in town, the oil money that we are currently talking about right now.